If you're considering a Ruby Princess cruise, then today we're taking a look at all the included food. Hi, it's Linz from Sweet Natured. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, who put the video together. And this is my first time watching included food, Ruby Princess. Let's see what we can see.
Well, as you said in the introduction, Linz, today we're taking a look at all of the food that's included in your fare when you go on Ruby Princess.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with the buffet.
Are we starting in the buffet?
We are, because we're going to be spending a lot of time looking at the main dining room, so I thought we'd start here.
Okay.
The buffet is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yes.
But it's not open all day.
No.
So you go on some cruise ships and they essentially never close.
Yeah.
This one does change around in between servings.
Mm-hmm.
As you'd expect, all the usual bits and pieces that you would expect to see in a buffet.
Yeah, I felt it wasn't the most adventurous buffet.
It was very traditional.
Yes.
There wasn't a massive range of food. Whilst it was mirrored at the other side, it was the same thing. So you didn't have a huge choice, certainly compared to some of the bigger ships and the newer ships.
Yes.
But what there was fine.
Yeah.
But as you said, very traditional and not necessarily a huge amount of choice.
No, but we enjoyed what we had.
We did. We actually didn't eat in there that often, but for what we did, we gave it 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, let's go with that.
Well, before we go on to the main dining room, would you like to just take a second to invite people to subscribe?
I would love to invite you to subscribe. Thank you, as always, if you already have done.
And, of course, you can also follow along on all of the social media, including Instagram, TikTok, and our Facebook group, by just simply looking for @SweetNatured.
Thank you.
Now, on to, I was going to say the main meal, but certainly the main dining room.
Okay.
Which we were staying in the reserve class.
Yes.
Or reserve collection. I keep wanting to call it reserve class. It was club class, and then it became reserve collection.
And we keep marrying the two.
We do. Maybe ours was the right word, maybe it was wrong. The reserve collection is still in the main dining room.
Yes.
But you go in your own entrance, and it's a separated part of the main dining room, but you can still see the main dining room.
Yeah, you've got a little corner.
Yeah, did that make sense how I described that?
I understood it.
Well, that's all that matters. Now, you can go in there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we did all of these things, as you're going to see, most days.
We loved it because you get the same waiting staff.
Yeah, which when we first started cruising, you had set dining, and that meant you always sat in the same table.
Yes.
And you always had the same waiting team, which were fantastic because they got to know you, they got to know what you liked and didn't like, they knew what you wanted to get for your drinks.
Oh, that's a sad egg.
Yeah, but it's the only sad egg. The other one was fine and mine were good as well. But you would really get to know that team.
Yeah.
You'd get to know the maitre d' and everyone. And this felt very much like, I want to say throwback, but I don't mean in a negative way.
No, but we really enjoyed it.
You even got proper cream
I got
in your
proper
coffee.
cream in my coffee. Oh,
It was so good, wasn't it?
oh.
There was absolutely nothing about this main dining room that I didn't like. And
Well, our cosy corner.
well, we were in one of sort of 3 seats, weren't we? Depending on whether if anyone else was there before us.
Yeah.
So we sat near the window a lot, or in the table next to the window, or in
Yeah.
the table next to that one.
Yeah.
So we were never really far away from there. But we had the same waiting team all the way through.
Can I just mention we're in Alaska right now?
We are in Alaska.
That's why I'm wearing a fluffy hat for breakfast.
Not in the Caribbean.
Not in the Caribbean. Yeah.
Now, the main dining room in the reserve collection compared to the other main dining room has the same menu, but you have some tweaks
Yes.
for each meal. So if you're in there for breakfast, lunch or dinner, then they have some things that are a little bit different in there, including some meals, and we'll get onto that for the dinner, where they're prepared in there.
Yes.
Or some little bonus courses.
Yeah.
And whilst you eating off nearly the same menu, it felt a million miles away from being in the other main dining room.
Now that egg, that breakfast, I can't remember what it was, but that wasn't...
That was your scrambled eggs with salmon.
Yeah, how it came out and what I expected it to look like was two different things. But that's my fault. That's my fault.
Yeah, but it wasn't that you didn't enjoy it.
No.
I would never say it was rushed
Oh, it wasn't
in
rushed.
there, and I'd never say it were busy.
It was amazing. I loved it. The service, the breakfast. I love a breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm like a little hobbit. I will.
You need that first sort of meal of the day, don't you, before you have second breakfast?
Otherwise, let's face it, I'm a nightmare.
You are, yeah. So we make sure you get a good breakfast. But I just really enjoyed it in there. I was touching on that it were never that busy. Mm-hmm. And you'll see as we progress through when we're showing lunch and when we're showing dinner, it just was never busy. I don't know where everyone were eating all the time.
Can I just address something? Because I feel I'm going to go downhill. I found Alaska to be very emotional, a very emotional cruise, and I forgot how to put things in my mouth. So I just want to...
Are you sort of setting that up in advance of you're expecting there to be videos because you've not seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I'm just...
You're remembering
I'm
quite a lot.
remembering that there was issues, and I feel that we should set a sense of foreboding.
Okay. Well, foreboding set.
Thank you.
One of the bits that you might have just seen quickly on the menu then, which I don't recall seeing in other princess ships. I'm sure it must have been. I just
Right.
don't recall
What's
it.
that?
But they had some things called indulgences where you could pay a little bit more at lunchtime.
Yeah, but we didn't indulge, did we?
We didn't need to.
No, it was so good. Oh, look at that chips! I've got all the
all the mayonnaise.
all the mayonnaise, the ketchup.
All the dipping sauces there.
What am I doing?
Well, basically having a plate of chips.
It's so me.
But lunchtime, again, it's the same in for breakfast, same for lunch, same for dinner. We had the same team throughout who were just absolutely fantastic. Mm-hmm.
So your summer roll there, isn't it?
Yeah, you had the spring roll, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a summer
right.
roll.
I really enjoyed it.
I don't know. There's something a little bit like... What's that film with Sylvester Stallone where he's...
I have no idea where you're going with this one.
And Wesley
If you
Snipes,
know
what's it called?
Demolition Man.
Yeah, there's something a bit Demolition Man about...
Well, if you agree with Lindsay that there's something Demolition Man about a summer roll, please put in the comments. If you've any clue why she's on about that, also please fill me in on the comments. That'd be fantastic. Now, we didn't go in here as many times for lunch. I think we went in here 2 or 3 times.
No, because we were busy. It's Alaska.
Yeah, we were off the ship most of the time at lunchtime, so
Okay.
we didn't get as much chance.
I look to have a bit of a glow up then. I feel that was a bit of
Dinner, however.
dinner.
And you touched on as well that, it's such an emotional place, Alaska. Being able to look out, I was going to say to see, you are kind of, and see those views while you sat there.
It was
were
amazing.
just fantastic.
Now we've got to talk about Nicola and his pasta station.
Yeah, Nicola was the maitre d' for our section,
Yeah.
for the reserve collection.
Yes.
And every night he made a special dish.
He did.
Which he brought to you. It wasn't on the menu. And you could see him kind of cooking at the background. It just appeared quickly then. And his pasta were phenomenal.
It was so good. There was one I couldn't have because of the anchovies.
Yeah,
but
I had that. That was great.
You loved it. But yeah, I mean, I love food. I enjoy food. I'm not one of those ladies who goes places and orders a salad.
Well, just not one of those people, not just ladies.
Well, no, I'm not a salad
you
person.
You like your food.
I do like my food. We can tell.
You're keeping most of it in your mouth at the moment.
Oh, no.
This time, I had a chilled,
What was that?
chilled
What was
soup.
I don't think that's me. I don't remember it. No, it's not me.
I enjoyed it. But yeah, going back to sort of Nicola and the preparing the fresh food, it just really great. The chicken parm that you had there, you said at the time that was better than you had on some princess in
That's
Sabatini's.
true, it was.
Now, we then later went into Sabatini's on here, which was even better than this one.
Yeah.
But for a main dining room, the food,
Oh, Lindsay.
the food was just consistently brilliant.
It was so good.
Do you remember us having a average meal in there?
No.
Because I'm not going to say bad because we didn't have a bad meal.
I can't remember. No, I don't think so.
What I know...
Even the chips were good.
They were. What I do know that we didn't have a lot of, we still had quite a few, but we didn't have a lot of, was the desserts in there in an evening. because of Nicola making the fresh pastas, we'd have had 4 courses by the time we got to that anyway, and there were big helpings.
Yes, we went and had.
So we had liquid desserts quite a lot of the night.
I love a liquid dessert.
Look at your face.
I love a liquid dessert. I love a liquid lunch.
Now,
I actually like a liquid breakfast as long as I can have some food.
yeah, you need something edible
Solid.
within that at some
Yeah.
point. Solid-ish. Like Bloody Mary, does that count as breakfast?
It's got celery in it.
It has. And it had prawns and bacon on the chip
It
on
did,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah. And cheese.
Now, they also did a lot of these after dinner drinks in
Yes,
the main
they did.
dining room. Mm-hmm. But we just preferred to come down to Crooner's Bar. So it was nice, as you said. You got them made especially there.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know that I'm kind of going over the same thing here while people are looking at the food and the menus.
Yes.
The food was just so good. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm really interested to know from your perspective.
Was that the anchovy
Yeah,
one?
that's the
That was-
anchovy one. You couldn't have that one. You wanted that one, but you couldn't have that one. Do you remember a main dining room on any other cruise ship that we've enjoyed more than this?
Honestly, no.
I don't. And I'm including Celebrity in there. I'm including other princess ships.
I love French onion soup with a cheesy top.
You do like your cheesy top.
Oh, and now we've got some pasta. This is Nicola's pasta again, isn't it?
This is why we didn't have a lot of desserts. And on one of the days, I don't know if it was the anchovy one
I
or
look
this
a bit
one.
cold. What? It's Alaska.
Yeah, you're obviously just warming up in this.
Yeah.
But I remember having 2 of the past ones because he brought me one. Then he
Yes.
brought another one. He's like, "Would you like some more?" I'm like, "Oh, go on then."
Oh no!
But yeah, that's why we didn't have a lot of the desserts.
Now I
here.
remember this.
Yeah, this could actually go into your
Why
warming
is it
piece. Why is it in? Because people deserve to see the right way to eat pasta.
It's not the right way.
And maybe the wrong way to eat pasta as well.
Oh, good grief! I mean, why does it have to be cream? Just like cream.
It's just so classy. This is why I enjoy taking you out to all the posh places.
I mean, it's a good job we're married, isn't it? That you like me, because gee whiz, would there be a second date? I don't think so.
I think they would with that amount of cream around your mouth. You said you didn't have salads. You were having a salad then?
No.
Yeah, you had the watermelon salad.
I'm telling you, Alaska was a very emotional place.
You had the watermelon feta salad, and I remember you saying how much you enjoyed it.
No, that's not a salad, is it?
Okay, fair enough. One of the rare desserts that we had, and we shared this one.
It was a baked Alaska, wasn't it?
Yeah. We got the baked Alaska
Please
parade
tell me
while we're in here as well.
Please
didn't
tell me I get this in my mouth.
we? You do. But it all goes in one go. Well done.
Well done, Lindsay. Well done.
Do you remember the baked Alaska parade that they did?
I do remember that, and we waved us napkins and everything.
We did. We went
Oh,
in there
and
for
they came past us because of our special corner.
They did. We had our own special little parade.
Yeah, we did.
We went in there on the formal nights as well.
We both nights.
Yeah. No, one of the nights.
One of the nights.
Because you can see that people are more dressed up.
Yes.
Alaska's not a place on a cruise where people get overly formally dressed.
No.
So the fact that anyone's in like
Yeah, 'cause
shirts and ties is you just can't be taken anywhere, can you?
I'm just so classy. I'm just so classy. I mean,
That crab cake was delicious.
it was so good.
That were a better crab cake than what they do in Crown Grill.
It was a really good. Look at my little face.
Yeah, that says it were good. Now, you were convinced when I showed you a picture of this, not
Yeah.
the video,
Yeah.
that this was what I had in Crown Grill,
Not in the main. And it's not. Look, it's there.
main dining room.
That's. I mean,
That beef was a little bit overcooked for you
because I'm a vampire.
because you are a vampire, but it was medium. Mm-hmm. But they asked you how you wanted it cooked.
Yeah, and it was okay.
But for me, your Cherry's Jubilee,
Love Cherry's Jubilee.
we give the main dining room, the first time we've ever given a main dining room, 10 out of 10.
I totally
To
agree.
put that in perspective, that's not saying it's the same 10 out of 10 of what ultimate speciality dining would
no.
be. For a main dining room, phenomenal.
It was amazing. Loved it.
Other places you can get some food.
Yeah.
International Cafe.
Yeah.
This was actually the first place that we ate when we got on board.
When we got on.
Yeah, because we arrived before it had turned to lunch.
Yes.
In the buffet, and before and after breakfast had finished.
Yeah.
And we'd not eaten much. So you got a cheeseburger pie.
A cheeseburger pie.
And then we sat at the bar for Vines.
I do remember my cheeseburger pie. Yeah. Again, I am so classy.
Well, to be fair, the place were rammed. Mm-hmm. We couldn't get into the rooms yet. They were getting everything sorted out, so we weren't quite there. International Cafe is also where you've got Princess Plus and Princess Premier, so I've included it as
included for what we paid in our fare, yes.
Then it's where you get the Premier drive, yeah. It's literally upstairs.
With the ice creams, yeah.
And the heat. I mean,
We should have shared.
We only got it for a second.
Yeah.
But nice. Is it moist?
It's moist and sweet, oh my. Did I use the M word then?
You said moist.
Oh, moist.
Some of the other options. Salty Dog Grill.
I like this one better than the speciality one.
The speciality restaurant, not good. Salty Dog Grill, which is included.
Amazing.
It was great. And we got food from here and took it down to the balcony and sat out on the balcony to watch out.
And that's when we got whaled.
It is when we got whaled. It was one of our first time spotting the whales.
Yeah.
It was literally just after this bit, wasn't it? So we were sat
margaritas.
there eating your chips. Again, I think you've got loaded fries there with mayonnaise and ketchup. And looking out.
And then the whales came to see me.
The other one that did come and see you is Slice along with coffee and cones. This is where you get the premium desserts, as along with normal ice cream as well. The other options on board we didn't feel were as strong as the main dining room. And the pizza, not good at all.
No, don't.
Just made us want Alfredos. But we'll give it 6.5 because it wasn't that the food was bad. It just wasn't as good.
No.
Overall, though, for inclusive food, it's hard for us not to concentrate on the main dining room.
I mean, someone like a lot of the products was like Alaskan in respect of the salmon and everything. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Your souffle were fantastic. For us, it was well worth the upgrade.
Yes.
Because we bid for the upgrade.
We did bid.
So
we were very lucky.
It cost us £150 to get that upgrade.
And that is a very saucy soup. Oh.
It is. That main dining room was worth the £150 alone.
Wow.
For when we were in
Definitely.
And we've given overall for the inclusive food 9 out of 10.
I totally agree.
Now, it is weighted very heavily by the main dining room there.
Yes, definitely.
But that brings us up towards the end of the video, Lens.
Well, thank you, darling.
Look at that souffle.
I'm absolutely starving now.
Well, we'll just say a big thank you to our Sweet Natured channel members.
Thank you so much. Cheers, darling.
If you do want to find out more about being a channel member, you can just scan the QR code.
You're doing it again.
And we will leave Lindsay walking off, looking into the distance.
Throwing herself.
Looking for whales before she goes to get some food and a drink.
Yeah.
Well, end of the video then.
Oh, well, thanks again for watching and have a lovely day.